I've seen applicants being misled, and this have caused them delays and ultimately sometimes denial. And today, I've brought safety nuggets for you guys to avoid delays and denial. Keep watching. Hi guys, welcome back. This is Beams and I'm back here again today alone. Don't worry, next video you guys will be seeing my husband. So yeah, today I want to talk about some things that I've seen, and sometimes when I read about it, it just, I don't know, it makes me feel some kind of way that, and most of the times is the agents misleading people, and so today I just thought about talking about it, and I am talking to my tier 4 applicants. Basically by tier 4 I mean student visa applicants. What are the things that you can do that you can avoid delays and sometimes denial? Even though denial is not as much, but I've seen it happen, and it's crazy after going through all of that stress, and you get to the visa application, all the mental stress, the money stress and all of that, and you get denied. It's just crazy. So I've brought some points today that I know that you can use to avoid delay, because the wait can be nerve-wracking, and ultimately avoid denial. So I'm going to be talking about them one by one. Yeah, and if you see me looking down, it's just because I have some points jotted down. So what I want to talk about first is going to be about references. So some of you are lucky when you're applying for admission, right? The school asks for references, academic and professional reference, right? If you already have this, please, when you're applying for your visa, add it. Do not let any agent or anybody tell you that you don't need. There's nothing like over documents. It's better to be too much than to be too little, because you don't want to keep waiting, and there's no timeline or whatever. It's better to just apply, get back your passport in time, and know that you've passed that phase. So if you have work reference from when you were applying for your admission, please please, when you are applying for your visa, I beg you, please put it, right? Put your work reference, put your ID card. If you have confirmation letter of your employment, I beg you, please put it. I've even seen people put their employment letter that contains their salary, right? Sometimes people might say it's dicey because the money might not be a lot, but I've seen some people put it and they got their visa. But what I would advise is, if you have a letter, a separate letter, so maybe they confirmed you after your probation period, please, I beg you, put it. Put as many documents as possible. Do not leave space for any visa officer to be asking you for more documents, and that way it extends your waiting time. I know the waits can be nerve-wracking. We've all gone through this. So please, I beg you, put whatever you need to put to be sure that, yes, you need to add your CV as well, but CV alone is not sufficient. Take note of that. Put your CV so that they can understand what you have put. Put your CV, put your work reference and all of that. So now my second tip is going to be, this is for people that are applying with their dependents. I suggest that, I really recommend that when you're applying with you should apply at the same time with your dependents. Trust me, I think that's the best thing, because when the main applicant applies and then the dependent applies after, the new trend now is that the Home Office will ask you to send the statement of account of the main applicant. This is because they want to be sure that you guys are not recycling funds, right? So please, when you want to apply, put the money in one account. I beg you, it's better that way. Put the main applicant, the dependent and the children, but no matter the amount of children you guys have, please put it in one account and do a consent letter. I've seen them ask that. People have just used one account and they didn't put consent letter, and I've seen Home Office send a mail that we need consent letter. So that way it delays the application as well. So please, when you're applying, put it in one account, and then write a consent letter. It doesn't mean that if you put it in separate accounts it will not work. It will definitely work, but I just feel like it's better, you know, sometimes they can be funny. So just put it in one account, write a consent letter. And please note that now, even though they said it's just marriage certificate you need more evidence, right? Please put as many family pictures as possible. Please put it, right? So you can put pictures, you know, when you guys were dating, when you guys, just make it into a PDF format and upload it when you guys had your wedding, family pictures and all of that. So just put as more evidence as possible, because these people can be funny, they can be asking for more evidence. Also, if you're just newly married and for the lady you've not changed your name, please do not worry, because I have seen agents misleading people. "Oh, you need to change your," and we know the situation in Nigeria with passports. Please do not let that delay you. All you just need to do is prove that you guys are actually married, right? For me, I have not changed my name. I just put my wedding certificate and some other proof like pictures, enough pictures, right? And they didn't ask for more documents. So please back it up with plenty pictures as much as possible. If you've done change of name but you've not effected it on your passport, you can put the newspaper and the affidavits, right? It states that all old documents still remains or something like that. So please just put as many documents as possible so that you can avoid delay. Also, this one I'm about to say is very funny. It might sound ridiculous to you guys, but when I heard it too, I didn't believe it. So when you submit your CV, you submit your work reference, please ensure that your LinkedIn is up to date. I have seen a refusal because the LinkedIn does not match with the person's CV and the work reference the person submitted. Please, I beg you, tick all boxes. I beg you. So if you submit work reference and all of that, please just ensure that your LinkedIn is up to date and all of that. Also, when you apply, please always check your junk mail, because most of the time their mails drop in junk mail. So there's something called a non-straightforward mail. So if they have to prove, like they have to get proof for more documents, they will ask you, okay, can you send us this, can you send us that? But sometimes they send a mail. I will put a picture of what the NSF mail looks like. They will tell you that unfortunately your mail has not been straightforward. So when you, but we need more days, so we will reply to you in 15 working days. When you get this kind of mail, we've seen that they are trying to check your bank, like bank confirmation, to ask the bank if they actually issued the bank statement or not. So when you get this kind of mail, if most of the time it drops in your junk mail, please, I beg you, call your bank and ensure that the bank replies them. Because I have seen someone, I won't mention the bank name, but yes, I've seen someone that she got the mail, she didn't know she got the mail, and then after 15 working days that the bank did not reply, she was refused. It was when she was refused, she came to us, and then people asked her to check her junk mail, and the mail was sitting there and there. So it could be your junk, it could be your spam. So when you get that kind of empty NSF mail, please, I beg you, call your bank, or sometimes it could be work reference. Ask your employer to check if they got any mail from home office. And please, some agents can be very misleading. They tell you, don't put this until they ask. Please, you are the one wearing the shoe, you are the one that knows how you feel. I beg you, put every document necessary. Sometimes people will say just put the document stated on your cars and all of that. I'm saying it again, there's nothing as like too much documents. Please, I beg you, just put as much documents as you have so as to avoid delay, because we've seen these people ask for so many things nowadays. So I think that with these tips that I've given you guys, you're good to go. You don't have to, you know, just do what is necessary. Make sure you have followed the 28 days rule. You can have for more than 28 days, but not less than, because I've seen people apply and they will say that okay, they apply on like when their bank account for like 25 days, and then they'll say because their submission date. Please, I beg you, they count from the day of application. That way they will ask you to send an updated statement of account. So please, there's no need to rush, because at the end of the day you rush and you still have to wait. Apply after your bank is 28 days. It's very important. So just follow these rules. It's not hard. As far as you follow the rule, it's sure that your visa will come out. So I just thought to come and share with you guys these tips, and I hope that they help. So you guys should like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned. Thank you.